In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All thanks and praise be to Allah, the Lord of the mankind. Our dear students, sons and daughters, peace be upon you all and good morning. It's an English session for grade 3rd secondary scientific and literary section. Our English grammar today is about talking about the past. We can talk about the past in different ways. For example, we can use the past simple or the past perfect. What's the difference between past simple and past perfect? We explained past simple before, that we use the past simple when we are talking about an action which is started and finished in the past. An action started and finished in the past. Only one action. What can we do and how can we form a sentence when we had two actions in the past? When we had two actions in the past, we can use either the past simple and the past perfect. When we had two actions in the past, we can use the past simple and the past perfect. So, what's the difference between these two actions? Really, we had two actions. One of them preceded the other. One of them happened before the other. So, we had first action and second action. We had two actions in the past, one of them happened before the other. So the first action must be past perfect. The action which happened first must be in the past perfect form. Second action, past simple. Again, when we had two actions in the past, one of them happened before the other, so the first action must be past simple, the second past perfect, the second action must be past simple. How can we form a sentence in the past perfect? Form subject had plus past participle. Past participle is the third form of the verb. The third form of the verb. Had, the short form of had is apostrophe D. Apostrophe D. Negative form is hadn't. Okay? To form a sentence in the past perfect form, subject, had, past participle. Had, apostrophe D. The negative form is hadn't. For example, first, I did my homework. Then I went to bed. I want to use after here. First, I did my homework. Then I went to bed. Doing my homework happened first, happened before going to bed. So, if I want to use after, do you know the meaning of after? Okay, after must be followed by past perfect. So, after is a connecting word. So, when we use a connecting word, it's important to drop the other words, for example, first and then. We drop first and then. After must be followed by past perfect. So, after I, past perfect, had, the past participle of the verb did is done. After I had done my homework, I went to bed. Okay? After I had done my homework, I went to bed. So, the first action is doing my homework. First action. The second action is going to bed. After I had done my homework, I went to bed. Use before. Before is the opposite of after. Before is the opposite of after. So when we use before, we drop after and say before. After followed by past perfect, past simple. So before must be followed by past simple. Before I went to bed, I had done my homework. So the first action here is doing my homework. The second action is going to bed. To sum up, after has the same meaning as soon as. They all must be followed by past perfect. The second one must be past simple. Before, by the time. They are the opposites of after and as soon as. They must be followed by past simple. The second action must be past perfect. When can be used with either after, as soon as, before, by the time, according to the meaning. Today we talked about the past perfect. Past perfect subject had, past participle had apostrophe D in the negative form hadn't. The difference between past simple and past perfect is that when we had two actions happen in the past, one of them preceded the other. So when I want to use these two actions in only one sentence using a connecting word, we must differentiate between them. The action which happened first must be in the past perfect. The action which happened second must be in the past simple. Thanks for listening and goodbye.